Imagine a legendary ship, the Ship of Theseus. Over time, its planks rot and are replaced one by one. Every mast, every beam, every nail. Years later, not a single piece of the original wood remains. And yet, it still sails under the same name, the same flag, the same story. But here's the question that has puzzled philosophers for over 2,000 years. Is it still the same ship? Now imagine someone collects all the discarded planks and reassembles them elsewhere. That ship, too, looks exactly like the original. So, which one is the real Ship of Theseus? This isn't just an ancient riddle. It's a mind-bending mirror reflecting our own struggle with identity, change, and what it truly means for something, or someone, to remain itself. The story begins in ancient Greece. Theseus, the mythical hero who slew the Minotaur, was honored with a ship preserved for generations in the harbor of Athens. As the centuries passed, the Athenians replaced each decaying plank to maintain its glory. Plutarch, the philosopher-historian, wrote about this curious ritual and asked a simple but profound question. When nothing of the original material remains, is the ship still Theseus's ship, or something entirely new? It sounds like a thought experiment, but it's really a test of how we define identity. Is identity in the material, the physical components, or in the form, function, and continuity over time? If the ship's appearance, purpose, and story remain unchanged, maybe the identity continues unbroken. But if identity depends on original parts, then once those are gone, so is the ship itself. This paradox slices to the heart of how we think about change, in objects, in life, even in ourselves. Here's where it gets fascinating. Let's suppose we rebuild the entire ship using fresh planks, maintaining every measurement perfectly. The replacement ship is flawless. Then, someone gathers the discarded old wood and reassembles it, plank by plank, into another ship. Now we have two ships of Theseus. The first carries the continuity. It's the one the Athenians maintained, repaired, and sailed for years. The second carries the original material, the wood that Theseus himself once touched. So which is the real one? This duality, one ship with unbroken history, the other with authentic material, forces us into an impossible choice. Is identity a matter of memory and continuity, or of substance and origin? Maybe both are true, maybe neither. Over centuries, thinkers have wrestled with this paradox, each through a different philosophical lens. First, the bundle theory. Proposed by philosophers like David Hume, this view argues that an object is nothing more than the sum of its properties, its color, shape, texture, and structure. If all those properties are replaced, it's no longer the same object. The Ship of Theseus is gone, even if what remains looks identical. But this view collapses under one question. What if two identical ships exist simultaneously? If they share every property, are they the same ship, or two distinct ones? Second, mereological essentialism. A fancy phrase meaning, an object's identity depends on its original parts. If even one essential part changes, it's no longer the same. By this logic, the first replacement plank destroyed the original Ship of Theseus. The Athenians were merely curators of a replica, not the real thing. But this view feels counterintuitive. After all, if replacing a plank makes it a different ship, then your car ceases to be your car the moment you change a tire. Third, the continuity of form or function. This modern interpretation says that identity persists not through material, but through continuity, the story connecting past and present. It's not what the ship is made of, but what it means across time. It's Theseus's ship because everyone agreed it was Theseus's ship, even after every plank was replaced. In other words, identity might live in collective memory more than in matter. The Ship of Theseus didn't stay in ancient Greece. It quietly followed us into the digital age, and it's everywhere once you start looking. Think about your online self. Your social media profiles have changed countless times. New photos, new bios, new opinions. Even your data footprint evolves every day. Is your 2025 digital persona still the same as your 2015 self? Or have you become a different person altogether? A reconstructed identity made of updated information and digital memories? AI faces a similar problem. When an AI model updates its parameters, retrains on new data, and discards old biases, does it remain the same model? Or is it fundamentally new? If GPT or any generative model is updated continuously, when does versioning become rebirth? Now picture a company. It starts as a small family business, then grows, merges, rebrands, and expands globally. The logo changes. The employees change. The product line evolves. At what point is it no longer the same company? When Apple stopped making computers and started making iPhones, did it become something new? Or does the brand's identity survive through continuity of purpose and recognition? The paradox applies perfectly. The corporate ship replaces every plank, yet its name and legacy sail on. Now for the most intimate version of this paradox. You. Nearly every cell in your body regenerates over time. In about 7 to 10 years, almost every atom that once composed your body has been replaced. Your memories shift, your beliefs evolve, your personality transforms. So, are you the same person you were a decade ago? Is you a continuity of consciousness, or a sequence of replaced parts bound by memory? Neuroscience adds another twist. If memory defines identity, then memory loss, through amnesia, trauma, or neurodegeneration, might mean the person who remains is no longer the same. And yet, emotionally, we still recognize them. We still love them. Identity, it seems, isn't just logic. It's also feeling. The Ship of Theseus reminds us that identity is less a fixed point and more a flowing river. Every object, every person, every idea is constantly changing. Subtly, invisibly, yet perpetually. We cling to the illusion of permanence because it comforts us. But maybe the truth is that everything, including us, is a process, not a product. Heraclitus, another Greek philosopher, famously said, "You cannot step into the same river twice, because by the time you step in again, the water has changed, and so have you." Maybe the Ship of Theseus is that river in disguise, sailing through time, always changing, never the same, yet always recognized. In modern philosophy of mind and physics, identity can even be viewed as a matter of information. If the information that defines a system remains continuous, even if the medium changes, then identity persists. Think of it like digital data transferred between drives. The physical hardware may change, but the pattern, the encoded structure, endures. So, perhaps the true Ship of Theseus isn't wood or steel, but information continuity. This view bridges into physics and consciousness studies, suggesting that identity is pattern preservation rather than material persistence. That means you, like the ship, are an evolving pattern. Your mind, a continuous reconstruction, each thought replacing the last. And that's both haunting and liberating. So, here's the real twist. The Ship of Theseus isn't about ships at all. It's about you. When you look back on old photos, hear your childhood voice, or revisit places that shaped you, do you still feel like that same person? Or are you the rebuilt version, shaped by time, loss, growth, and experience? Maybe both ships are real. The old one, the collection of what you were, and the new one, the embodiment of who you are becoming. Identity, then, might not be an answer to find, but a question to live. It's the bridge between memory and possibility, between the person who was and the person who's yet to be. The Ship of Theseus sails forever, not across seas, but through thought. Every replaced plank reminds us that change doesn't erase identity, it builds it. And perhaps the real paradox isn't whether the ship stays the same, but whether we ever truly stop becoming something new. So, which ship are you sailing on today?